Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions review sort of video on some new products that I've gotten in the mail. So one of the first products that I want to try out is a brand new eyeshadow palette. If you've been around like the beauty influencer crowd for a while, you've probably noticed that the company Bad Habit pops up, and they are one of my personal favorites. I love their eyeshadows, their formula is amazing, and they bring luxury brands to a price point where everybody can afford it. There are some people that say that's unethical. I can't say I agree. Some of the palettes that are being duped, Huda Beauty and Natasha Denona, some of these palettes are ridiculously expensive, prohibitively expensive for, I'd say, most people. I'm a big proponent of Bad Habit for this. They have made these sorts of palettes accessible. And one such palette is one of their new releases, and this is the Bad Habit Divine palette. This is a dupe for the Natasha Denona Star palette. You can only get the Bad Habit products on the Shop Hush app for your phone. This palette costs $16. The palette that this directly dupes, per Natasha Denona's website, 169 smackers. That is way more than I could ever bring myself to spend on an eyeshadow palette. So this is the palette. A lot of cool tones. This strikes me as like a late fall and olive winter palette. It's super pretty. I don't even know what I want to do with it yet. There's a few errands I gotta run, so I'm not gonna go super crazy, but let's just wing it and see what happens. To prime my eyes, I'm gonna use the LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer. And this is in the shade Light Ivory. This is not a suitable shade for my actual skin, but I find this makes a great eye primer. It sets down really well. You don't have to powder it to get it to set in order to start blending anything over it, but it's still tacky enough that, you know, your shadows will stick to it better. I really like it. I think I'd like to do something a little warm. Even though a lot of this palette is very cool toned, I'm going to actually try and do something a little warmer because it's still August and I don't want to embrace cool tones yet, because I'm still in denial that summer is ending. Anyway, I'm going to go in with this shade here. It is called Relic, and I'm just going to kind of like brush that onto my main lid. As usual, the Bad Habit formula continues to impress me. This is like super soft, super pigmented. So far, I'm loving every bit of it, and I've only gone through one shade. Next, I'm going to use this shade here called Blasphemy. I'm just taking a big fluffy brush. I'm going to put that on my outer corner. Ooh, crap. Okay, so this is like super soft. Like, here's my brush. I don't know if it's going to focus. Like, I just tapped it in there. And I don't know if... Do you see all the kick up? Like, it's super, super soft. Like, right here. And holy crap. Just putting this all through like the outer V area and into the crease. Next, I'm going to go in with Luna and just deepen up my outer V a little bit, not much. Next, I'm going to take the shade up here. It's called Heretic. It's just like a light peachy color, good for like the brow bone area. Next, I'm going to go in with this shade here called Hestia. It's like a rich red color, not quite wine colored. I'm just going to take like a really tiny, like a pencil brush, and define like my crease. Now, this doesn't have as much pigment as I initially thought. I'm really having to layer the red to get it to show up. Or at least to get it to show up adequately. It definitely turned kind of purple and didn't blend nearly as well as the other shades. I think I'm going to go ahead and use this shade here called Persephone and stick that into my crease, just because I want to see what happens. So far, so good. And just for some intensity, I think I'm going to go in with the shade here. It's called Freya. It's very crumbly. Ooh, that's like a pressed glitter. Yeah, I'm going to dampen my brush. Let's use the old faithful MAC Fix Plus. Like, I don't even know if this is like a pressed glitter or if it's just crumbly. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the shade that I just used. I'm going to go ahead and move on to foundation. I'm going to prime my face with the Maybelline Master Prime. This is the hydrating version. For foundation, I'm going to be using Becca's newest foundation launch. This is the Becca Skin Love Weightless Blur Foundation. I ordered this off the Ulta website, so I kind of went in blind. And I ordered the shade Buff to match my self-tanned color. So I'm hoping this is a good match. This claims to be a medium coverage foundation, pore blurring pigments, diffuse the appearance of imperfections for an effortless second skin finish. Okay, Becca, impress me. I'm going to use a blender sponge for this. This is the NYX sponge. I rediscovered my love for this. Ooh, that's yellow. That might be a good match. And like half a pump goes so far. Oh my god. I would definitely need a pore filling primer for this. It is like really highlighting the pores on my upper cheeks. Like really, really. Becca, you promised me pore blurring. Let's try the other side with like a brush and see what happens. I'll use like a flat top kabuki like the Sigma F80. So this is actually not going as far with the brush. That's different. I am liking the side with the brush more. I am getting that blurring that it promised. Yes, I'm one of those pretentious people that drinks LaCroix. Get off me. This is playing so much better with a brush than it did with the sponge. It's catching in my hair though. That's weird. So far, I love this foundation. Oh my god. This is everything I wanted the IT Cosmetics CC cream to be. Okay, for my under eyes, I'm going to brighten my dark circles using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This is the brightener. It's like a pinkish peach color. And I only do like the very inner corner, just where it's dark. and in the shade Light. Now I am going to do a little bit of baking, and I'm just going to use like the Laura Mercier powder. To contour, I'm going to use the Lorac Pro Contour. Okay, I want to go ahead and finish underneath my eyes. Alright, let's do the rest of our face. And for bronzer, what other bronzer would I ever reach for, really? Let's just go in with the OG Butter Bronzer. For blush, I'm going to use the Revolution Beauty Matte Blush Powder in Nude. I love how glowy my skin looks. And I haven't even added highlighter. I love it. Speaking of highlighter, for highlighter, I'm going to go ahead and use the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. This is the pressed version of Prosecco Pop. Okay, I'm going to go do a separate video for my eyebrows and my eyelashes because I'm going to be reviewing two separate products and I want their own dedicated video for that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to that and I'll be back.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Okay, brows and mascara is on. For the rest of my face, I'm going to go ahead and put on some setting spray. I had already sprayed my face with MAC Fix Plus. What is the matter with me today? And I'm going to use my Skindinavia Bridal Setting Spray as a fixing spray. I'm going to set down my setting spray just so my face isn't sticky and prone to creasing. I'm going to use the Colourpop. This is the No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder. This is probably the sheerest powder I have ever used. Ever. And that's what I like about it. My brush, yeah, there's a little bit of product on it because I used that to set my face earlier, but like, look at this. Still nothing, but there's plenty. That's what I want. I just kind of glide it on. And if you're oily like me, I had to quit using Retin-A because I'm getting my brows microbladed and the oiliness returned. But setting your fixing spray is a must. Otherwise, you're gonna look like an oily bitch in no time at all. Lastly is my lip color. Going to apply some Too Faced Lip Injection just because who doesn't like plump lips? I'm going to just kind of like kiss off the rest, like on the back of my hand or something, so I can go ahead and prep my lips and go in with lip color. Going to go over top with the MAC Prep and Prime Lip Primer. Going to line my lips with the Jante Bleu Spice Lip Liner. And then using a lip brush, I'm going to apply the NYX Lip Lingerie Liquid Lipstick in Exotic. Some opinions on the individual products. The eyeshadow, this is promising, but it did have some disappointments, even though I've only really just started using it. The reds did not perform, and that's out of place, in my opinion, with Bad Habit. But the mattes are ridiculously pigmented, they're ridiculously soft, they're easy to work with. Again, I still stand behind Bad Habit's products, and I will always champion them, I will always recommend them. I wouldn't call it their best product to date. The Becca Skin Love Weightless Blur Foundation. It's so beautiful. Like, it's... I have no words. Home run, knock it out of the park. Like I said, I have a little bit of creasing around my smile lines, but everything creases there, so I'm not going to gripe about that. But it's luminous. Even after being set, look at that. It's so gorgeous. And the overall look, like the wine-colored lips and the gold and red eyeshadow and, you know, the contouring and everything like that, this really, really reminds me of this past year's Met Gala with the role of Catholicism as its theme. I was obsessed with that entire event, and this just gives me Met Gala vibes. I love it so much, and I could actually see myself wearing this in the fall. Alright, that's all I have to do for today. I hope you enjoyed this look. I hope some of my opinions were at least informative. If you would hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel, I'd be much appreciative. And even better would be if you would hit that notification bell just to the side of the subscription button. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Am I Angelina Jolie yet? Tingly. Where's my brush? Where'd it go?